Hey, welcome back to the Ground Up Podcast, coming to you from the Level Wellness Studio inside B2 Wellness Suites here in the lovely penthouse in Brentwood, Tennessee. The show that helps you turn pain into pivot and gives you the confidence to build your business. I am Terry Bargy, and I'm here today with Vanessa Hampton.
Hey.
And we're -1 Roy Mangrum. Roy, please come back soon. Vanessa's killing me. And today...
Doing you proud, Roy.
No, I'm kidding. We've had some good times already. If you guys don't know, we record 2 at a time, so that's why I've said we've had good times already.
Same shirt. Same shirt as 2 weeks ago or last week or whenever. Yeah.
We are very excited to have my good friend, the Gerell Webb.
Yeah.
The world traveler, the celebrity trainer, the guy who shows up on all the things all the time.
I'll take all of that.
You're working hard, man.
I am. Life is good though, but it's starting to pay off a little bit.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. We kind of, to give you all a little bit of history or context, we started at the same place. I don't know if it was your start point, but it was mine. It was the Coleman Park Community Center. Mm-hmm. And that was, I don't know about you, but that was before I knew half of what I know today. I was like just getting my feet wet as a trainer.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it was a good proving grounds.
I think, man, I miss those days. I think that was there
was a simplicity to it, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was very simple. It was a grind, but it was fun because we knew that it was more ahead. Mm-hmm. You had so much, it's when they say, you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
So you're just in it and you're just having fun and you're just trying to see where this thing can take you because you're not quite sure if it's even a thing yet. Like I started about you, but I started off like sneaking in there. I was just like, go in. You had to pay. Yeah, I would like pay $3 at the desk to work out. And then I would just be there for the day.
Yeah.
And then Steven, shout out to Steven. He was like, hey, man, I know what you're doing. Just come. So it had been like a couple of months. He's like, hey, man, I know what you're doing. Just come holler at me real quick when you get done. I was like, oh, man, I'm about to get kicked out of here. He's like, it's cool, man. Here's how we're going to do it. He showed me how to, what I needed to do to be, to be able to come in and out and flow. And it was a fair, it was a fair trade. So, man, he helped me out a whole lot. Yeah.
That's almost one other podcast, and one of these days I'm going to get him on here.
You got to get Steven on here, yeah.
But Steven Nellums is the assistant director to the Metro Parks now. I don't know if you knew that, but he was the one running that Coleman Park Community Center, and I think he affected all of our lives in a positive way.
100%. Well, I was going to say that's so unique because it's so competitive in the gym environment with trainers and all that. So for you to get that opportunity, that speaks to him.
Yeah, he wasn't a trainer. He was
that's
over
what
the
I'm
whole
saying.
Facility.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, I don't think we ever like crossed paths in there either. Like, because I would just be kind of in and out, try to sneak around.
That was all of our lives, though. We were in and out. Like it was this. I guess it was a quote unquote circuit.
Yeah.
Right. Like we had our gyms that we were training out of, or the parks.
Yep.
We had the people's houses that we were training out of, and then if we were lucky, we got a chance to work in a place with actual weights, like a
right.
Coleman Park
Center. Right. That's what made it easy. That's what I mean. Like I got weights, treadmill.
Look at this. Like this is
man.
awesome.
I got upstairs. I got a basketball court. It was
I remember doing the same thing though. It's like, well, the track's free, right? Yeah, the track's free. And you'd walk 2 laps around the track and then sneak into the gym.
Man.
It's their fault for putting the entrances that close
together.
Yeah. No, it is. There's something about that time that doesn't have that pressure and that weight, and you're also young, and your whole future's in front of you.
Yeah,
and it's hard, and it is a grind, but you don't even think about it.
It was a singular focus.
You just do it.
It was that,
baby trainer.
You're feeding off everyone else's energy. You're getting your workout in. You're feeling good when you go home.
Your passion is at its height. It's not muddied by anything else at that moment.
Yep. And then we get addicted to that feeling and we keep building and building and building.
Need more. Yeah. Need more and more and more. Yeah.
Before we get into what you got going on now, because I like I said, I love watching your business grow and you continue to grow as a professional too. You've been a part of what we've done here in Nashville Fit in the very beginning, and we couldn't have gotten to where we were without you. So that, and I don't know if you know this, but Nashville Fit, the podcast now has hit 120 episodes.
Dope.
And 95 of those starred you. So
I'm on 95 of them?
That's how close you were.
Wow, man. Wow, man.
It was impressive. So I'm super thankful for you in that sense.
Man, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah. We were talking about family before we were on here, and he's checking in on the fam. So
yeah,
your daughter's 5.
She's 5.
And she's rolling into basketball. Tell us about it.
We're starting basketball on, I mean, this will probably be aired by then, but on Sunday, it's our first practice. So I'm a little nervous because I don't, we'll probably end up getting kicked out of a couple of games.
But you're not coaching or anything.
Actually,
like that?
I am coaching.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, like I got backed into that. One of the guys hit me. He was like, "Hey, we would love to," and I talked to my wife about it. She was like, "Yeah, that'd be great while she's still young." So I think that's why I'm also nervous. Like I don't want to. Like I've always said, like I was an athlete. I'm not going to pressure my kids to be athletes. I will pressure them to be active. Like you do have to be active. You don't have to necessarily play a sport or be good at it. So now it's like I want to go out there and have fun, but I also know me. Like deep down, I know
competitive.
If we're keeping score, I like to be on the winning side of that score. And my
How
daughter,
is your daughter? Is she
5.
competitive? Do you feel like that?
She is very competitive because she likes to play.
Okay.
Right? So it's like, it can be something as small as like, I'm going to beat you up the stairs. And then she'll run up the stairs.
You see those signs.
So you see those little things like that, but she hates to lose as well, which is me. Right? So if I beat her, I'm not the dad's going to let her win.
Like, Same here.
I'm like, yo, if you're going to beat me, like at some point you're gonna be able to beat me, but I'm gonna try to hold that line for as long as I can. Yeah. And so when I do beat her, she pouts, she gets upset. Her mom lets her win because she's mom, right? So I'm trying to try to figure out who I want to be without like. I think my fear is like pushing her away from it.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? Like
there's
being
a line.
too
There's a fine line there. Yeah.
And again, she's just 5, so nothing really matters right now. Like, I know that.
But this is where it starts, right?
But this is where it starts, and for me, it's more so effort.
Yeah,
it's more so effort and attitude. Coaching that, I don't care if she's good. She can be the worst player on there. If she's going all out, then I'm cool.
That is something that I feel like I may have done to a couple of my kids.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Okay.
But I love football.
I'm watching Ezra's face.
Like I love football and I want to do football and I didn't get to do football. Therefore, you're all going to do football.
All y'all playing football. Yeah.
I don't even know that lasted more than a season. And then they all were like, we want to do basketball. And I was like, I don't know anything about basketball. But it's been amazing. And they found something in team sports that I could never give them.
Yeah.
And that's discipline, that's community, that's accountability.
Yeah.
And the 3 boys they stayed in basketball, all the way through their school. And Ezra is on his senior year of basketball. And he won last night. What was the score? 70-30. Yeah,
man,
like
come
70
on,
to 30.
The other team didn't show up. Yeah.
My highlight of the night was that one of the dads in front of me that know basketball.
Yeah.
When you did that, when you got fouled for it, but it was a clean hit on the ball. They all were like, "Whoa!" They were all looking back. They don't know me. They didn't put the two together. Like they were talking about how awesome that block was.
Yeah.
I was like, "That's my boy."
Yeah.
I can't speak up because I don't like.
Are you the quiet dad in the stands?
No, I will cheer.
Okay.
But I'm not the one being like, Ezra, you got to cut right when they do cuts.
No.
I tell him all those other dads that are giving their kids advice, listen to that.
Yeah.
Because I got nothing for you.
Yeah. I'm not an advice dad, but I'm definitely a hype man. My sister graduated with her master's, and she still tells a story of like how embarrassed she was.
Yes.
That I was like screaming. She's like, why? What are you doing? Like people thought I was her husband.
Right.
Like so she still tells a story of I'm in the front walking up with her. Like, let's go. Like she's like, please get away from me. So I know I'll be that. The coaching part, I'm kind of the opposite. Like I know football, basketball isn't my thing. I know I'm black and you guys are surprised by that. But I don't really I like basketball, I like to watch it. I don't know a lot of the rules of basketball. Right. And that's where my father-in-law will come in. Like I'm gonna recruit. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm gonna recruit him to help coaches. You know,
You don't know, he might know now. He's listening to this podcast.
He'll probably end up just showing. He's one of them anyway. Like, 'cause he'll probably just show up anyway because he's an awesome granddad. He's just like, I'm just going to be there.
I will tell you that for me as a dad and a business owner, the best thing that could ever happen to me was my kids having basketball or a sport, because it is a clean line.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I used to go to practices like when they were real young. I don't do that now because they can drive. Thank the Lord.
So thank God.
Once they could drive, I was like, good grief. The practice schedule is insane.
Didn't know I had that much time in a day.
That's right. But it's a great thing to look forward to. I was driving to the game last night. I was like, man, I'm pumped. Like, watch your kid play. It's exciting. It's a good time, but it's also a great checkout of work. You know, I can put my phone down. I don't have to worry about that stuff. I can be engaged and I can watch and enjoy it. And I'm looking forward to that for you because it's fun.
Yeah.
That part's real fun.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
Well, I want to get into what you're up to these days. But before we do that, let's talk about the app. Let's start with the app.
Yeah, let's.
So this is new as of when?
So we launched October 1st.
Okay.
And we launched October 1st. We are so a little over a month. I wanted to do right before Thanksgiving and Black Friday, get all of the all of the bugs and the little tweaks out of the way. Like, I found out a lot of things that are like, on one of the videos, this random guy walked through. I didn't know until someone showed it to me. I was like, oh, I got to fix that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like little things like getting those bugs out so that we can hit it hard for Black Friday. So we're already running ads and all that stuff like that for that. But we just added in all of the what we call anywhere workouts. So those are the on demand where I'm mic'd up and I'm actually like going through the workouts.
So give for those of listeners that don't know, and myself that don't know the scope of what you do, can you give us a little bit about that to kind of frame for the app?
Yeah. So I am a personal trainer, performance coach, whatever you want to call it. I've been doing that for about 15 years now. My big thing is I believe that everyone should train like an athlete. And so even the clients that I train in person, I train them like they're training, like they're an athlete. My app is built around that concept, around athletic principles. So we start from beginner to intermediate. Our signature series are the G series. That's the name of the app as well. So it's G3, G4, G5. G3 is the beginner level program. It's 3 days a week. G4 is 4 days a week.
And
G5,
those are in-gym workouts?
These are in-gym workouts. Then we have our anywhere workouts, which is also a part of that G series. If you go under the Train Like a G tab, and those, I think I have 30 anywhere demo workouts right now. So I'm mic'd up 20-minute workouts where you can literally train in your hotel, office,
very cool,
front yard, wherever. So we have everywhere from body weight only to dumbbells. So minimal equipment.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really dope.
And if you follow Gerell on Instagram,
I do now.
It's no joke. Like I assume that's how you're training people. Is how you train yourself.
How I train people. Well, so same concepts, right? Yeah. So notice as a trainer as well, people always see what you post on Instagram. It's like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Yeah, it's like, no, that's not. I'm not asking you to do that.
You can't do that.
Yeah, I'm not worried about you coming in and doing this. What I'm saying is the same concepts that I use to build this body and to get here. I want to help you get to whatever your best version of you is, right? Like Terry's holding handstands for 5 minutes. If I come in to train with you, I don't expect to do that on day one, right? Or for you to say, okay, today we're going to start with the 5 minute. No, like it's blocks, it's principles that you have to stack and to build to get there.
Yeah. That makes a ton of sense. It's worth saying, and we'll talk more about that because there is that perception of. I think it's a convenient perception, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
it's a convenient. I don't want to use the word excuse, but
I'll use it.
It is implied.
Yeah.
That I don't want to train like you. It's like, okay,
you can't.
You can't.
That's why you're here.
Yeah, it's exactly right. That is exactly right.
That's why you can't. Well, and that's okay, right?
The reality is the principles are the same. The foundation 100%. Is the same no matter what level you're at. 100%. The foundation is the same, and that's where that comes in.
Yeah, so I want to teach you the discipline. I want to teach you that part of it. Not to do what I do or try to look and be like me. Just to be disciplined enough to show up and be your best self every day.
Yeah, and I believe that. Okay, after this break, biggest pivot you've ever had to make. You got 30 seconds.
Let's go.
If you're a wellness or fitness pro looking for a space that truly fits the way you work, check out B2 Wellness Suites. With locations in Brentwood and Mount Juliet, B2 offers private suites, shared offices, and day rentals, all in a calm, welcoming environment designed for our industry. But it's more than just a space, it's a community of like-minded professionals who support, inspire, and grow together. Learn more at b2suites.com.
All right. The hot question I like to put on everybody is, what was that pivot? What was that? I want to say this in a way that, like, it was the initial one, because I'm sure there are several, and the longer you're in business, the more, honestly, the more, I would say most of the time, the more minute the pivots are. You can kind of see them in advance and you're more prepared for them. But when we hit that first one, that hard one, that's where I wanted you to go. So take us there, if you don't mind.
Yeah. So for me, it would definitely be, leaving football, or football left me, however you want to look at that. Because I didn't want to leave, but it was definitely one of those things that wasn't working anymore. So I always tell my wife, like, most people don't understand what it feels like to dedicate their whole life to only one thing, right? You want this, like, for real, this is all I'm going to do. And then it doesn't work out. Like, if I wanted to be a doctor and I focused on being a doctor, I could go be a doctor. Right. Like, if you can study and get the grades, you can become a doctor. The NFL is because of the just sheer numbers, right? It's not always whether or not you're good enough.
Right.
Sometimes it's just like, we don't have the space on the roster for you. We're going to keep this guy instead of you because we need another tackle. So you get cut. Sometimes it is because you're not good enough. That's a part of it as well. But you don't know that until you're in it and you dedicate your whole life to this thing. So of course my biggest pivot was not making it. That was probably the darkest part of my life as well, because I didn't know what was next, because that's all I ever wanted to do and be. I didn't even know this was even an option for real.
How long ago was that, Gerell?
That was over 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Just understanding, like, I don't, like, what I've learned is it happens to everybody. Even the players that make it, when the game is done with you, you go through this dark period. Mm-hmm. They call it, like, it's almost like grieving a death, like someone died because a part of you did die, right? So the longer you're in it, Tom Brady played until he was 42, right? So that's 42 years of doing the same thing every single day.
And then what is my life about after that?
So after that, now what does that look like? I have nothing but time and nothing but money. You're only going to travel for so long. That's why he retired and unretired. He went home with the kids. He was like, man, I got to go back. This is crazy. Like, right. So you try to do it for as long as you can, because then that part of you dies. Most of us will never walk into a stadium again with 80,000 people screaming for you. Right. Like, you don't know. That's a drug. That's very addicting. You know what I mean?
I think, for a second, I want to elaborate on this, because I think people hear you say 42 years of doing the same thing and they think, well, he was a kid, he had a childhood. But when you're working with when you're working with a parent, and sometimes it's a parent, you start at an age you don't even remember how early you started.
I started playing football when I was 7.
Yeah, like, you're being prepped at a very, very young age to go pro.
Yeah.
Right.
Or dreaming about it, right?
Yeah.
Again, like, my daughter, if she said, I want to be a doctor, then we start putting her around a doctor, right? I just got a text from a friend who's like, hey, I need your connect at Channel 5. My daughter wants to be a meteorologist. Can you take on? Yeah, absolutely. Right? That's a path. My wife is a habitual rule follower. If you tell her to do this, this, and this, she's going to do it. That's why she's successful in her business, right? Because here's the path to get to where you want to go. If you stay on this path, you'll get there. Mm-hmm. Cool. Like, I stay on the path and still say, hey, you got to get off. Right here's where you got to get off, right?
So how do you, and this may be something you're planning on talking about, but how do you find that motivation? How do you find that mindset when you are in that dark place to start figuring out what you're going to do next, where that pivot comes in?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it's all in the same vein. as an athlete, you're taught a couple of things, right? You're taught to never quit. You're taught how to figure things out, how to pivot on the fly, right? Because you may get, hey, this guy's doing this. You need, like, audibles on the go. You're thought to think as you go, right? And react as you go. And so for me, it was, I was still trained like I was going to play. Coworker at the time asked me if I would just take her to the gym and show her around, right? Hey, just give me some things I can do. I'm trying to lose weight. Give me some things I can do while you're in there, and I'll do my thing. Somehow she kept showing up every day, right? That turned into personal training, to me training her. I had no clue what I was doing, but she lost 60 pounds just by being active.
There it is.
Her idea was, this was her idea. Hey, you should probably figure out how you can be a trainer because I think you're really good at it. You have the personality for it, and clearly you know what you're doing, right? I didn't even know what step one was and how to be a trainer. I always tell this story. The only trainers that I knew, or people in fitness that I knew of for real at the time, was Billy Blanks and Richard Simmons. Those are the only two people that I knew. Like in the fitness space,
them side by side.
Yeah, and I'm nothing like
shirts.
either one of them. So I'm like, I don't know.
I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't want to do this. Yeah. And then of course, as you're exposed to more, you start to look for those people. Right. Then you start to see it, right? But then you start seeing like the bodybuilders. I was like, I don't want to be that either. Like, who is a trainer that I can see? And then Sean T pops. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, kind of more like him, right? And then you start to dream about, okay, well, Sean T is all personality, right? People love him because he's a great time.
Right.
So you lean into the personality. The fitness part comes later. And I think even now, even with my career where it is now, I think that's a big part of it. Yes, you learn the sciences and you learn, how to implement all those things, but people buy the person, not so much the program.
We say it all the time.
Right? Yeah. So it's really more about, Miles Davis said, the note is the same. Anybody can play the note.
Right.
Is the attitude of the person, he said another word, but it's the attitude of the person that's playing the note is what makes it different, right? And so I think it's the same thing with trainers. There are a ton of trainers that are smarter than me, right? That know more science and everything like that, but they can't present it in the way that I can.
Right.
How
they
do
can't
you show
deliver
up for
that.
people?
How do you show up for people? Do you care, or is it just science for you, right? Like, if you're talking over your clients' heads the whole time, they don't care. Most people don't care why this works.
It's so
we just want to know that it works. Does it work? I don't care about all the nooks and crannies. Like, yo, tell me what to do and tell me how to implement it so I can get it to work.
Well, you're 100% right. And I think that the elephant in the room, if you're wondering why people work with Gerell, that is his actual shirt size, and that is his actual arm size. And you heard him say he's not a bodybuilder. Yeah. So I've seen him run fast. I've seen him play. We've played flag football together for Special Olympics.
Yep.
Dude can cut. And
still a little bit in there.
Still that jacked. So that's why people are buying your program.
I'll take it.
They want those arms.
Hey, man. So if you go to the GSeriesFit.com, you too, right?
I want to. I guess all joking aside, at least for the moment, what I think is really awesome about your pivot story, it certainly comes from pain. When you're steeped in that pain or suffocated by it, or whatever term you want to use, it's always somebody on the outside that you're close to that comes in and is like, hey, have you ever considered, X?
Yeah.
I think there's something to be said about accountability or vulnerability in those moments. Because every pivot that I've had in my life has come from an outside suggestion when I'm just at my lowest of low. You just can't put it together.
Yeah. You just don't see it. Yeah.
Yeah. That obviously played a role, right?
Oh, 1000%. And again, I think I was working out because I was depressed.
Yeah.
And it's all I knew to do, right? I've trained my whole life. So that's all I knew to do. That was the only way that I could kind of keep some kind of relationship with the game. Because I stopped watching football because I just couldn't watch it anymore, right? But I still I knew I felt my best when I worked out. I felt like I was still somebody and still a winner. But I was deep in the darkness, you know what I mean? And there was a couple of people who helped pull me out of that. And so I think, understanding being, vulnerable enough to to listen. But I also think that's how God works, is that he breaks you so that you have no choice but to live. You have no, hey, if I say there's food in there and you're hungry, you're going to go in there at some point if you get hungry enough, right? Like,
so
and so I think God just sits you down to put you on your purpose a lot of times, right? That's why, you know, even in the Bible, he makes you lie down in the green pasture. You didn't want to. He made you. You're going to keep going. He's like, he maketh me lie down in a green pasture, right? And so just understanding that part of it, you know, of course, this is me looking back on it now, right, and seeing how far I've come, and you know how blessed my life and career has been. But you know, again, this was never a part of the dream until it was.
So when her suggestion was what made you start thinking about that after you started getting into it and you started doing more personal training. Is that because you were able to do it? Is that what kept you, or did you find different motivation? What was starting to give you life about that, about working with other people? What has motivated you to stay with that? Because it's never just money for us. There's different aspects of it. So what is that for you?
I think it's a couple of, I'm an extrovert by nature. I love people and I love to see people win. I've always been that way. So I think the community of it, and I'm a pack animal. I grew up playing team sports. I've always been surrounded by people. And so another part of that, when I was no longer surrounded, I was alone for the first time. Like I didn't have a locker room to go hang out in, or to go, you know, everybody that I knew was still playing, or, you know, was at work or whatever, right?
So it was layered.
So
with
it was,
you, the dark
it was so many different. So it was the community of being able to coach people and see them win. But then there's also being, you know, surrounded in that environment, again. So I love helping people. We can't cuss, but I love showing people who they are. Right. And I think a lot of times we forget who we are, and someone reminded me multiple times who I was. And so that's just me passing that along. And so that's why, that's to answer your question. That's why I stuck with it.
I think I'll ask this in the form of a question as opposed to a statement. Do you think that that's what's helped you with every pivot thereafter? Like it becomes a little bit more, specifically speaking to the faith aspect. I relate to that so much. Like he makes us lie down in green pastures, right? Like you do have to feel it in order to be able to facilitate that change. Do you think that's changed how things work now when it comes to pivots, and how that's shaped your career and who you are?
Yeah, faith definitely plays a part in that, right? So it's understanding that, you know, all things work together. So even if this doesn't work, it's still gonna I'm either gonna get an idea from it, or I'll get some level of exposure from it.
That's huge. That's a huge point of set yourself up. It may not be the end point, but it's going to lead to something else. That's a huge point.
100%. I heard someone else say, I can't remember the podcast I was listening to, so I can't take credit for it, but he said the grind always pays off. It doesn't always pay off in cash, though. It may pay off in exposure. It may pay off in me and Terry being in the same place, and then years later, we're now doing this, right? It may pay off in, opportunities. It may pay off and you just get an idea out of this. Oh, this isn't going to work, but I could do this if I just tweak this 1-2 little things, right? So,
in summary, there really are no failures.
No.
Yeah.
The grind always pays.
Yeah.
That's a powerful statement.
It's huge.
And it can feel weighty though.
It's very weighty.
Right? Like that's processing that and staying focused. I don't think is for everybody.
Well, I think it's for everybody. I don't think everybody does it.
Yeah.
Well, that's for sure true.
You know, I think
it's a better way to say
perception.
I just think people quit before they get there, right? You know, like what they always say, hard work pays off, but nobody tells you when.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's what I was going to say is,
it's like
trying to figure out when, okay, I do need to pivot, or how much do I stay with this?
Yeah.
The timing piece is always
it's always
a challenge.
It's always a part. And the pivot is going to come. You're going to have to pivot at some point, right? And a part that's being surrounded by good people who can see, because sometimes we're so caught up in what we're working on, especially as men, we're very singular focused, like we're very tunnel vision. My gift is to be able to lock in. My wife's gift is to be able to see all the moving pieces.
Yeah.
Right? I am not a rule follower. I am not an instructions follower. If I need to build a desk, we take it out of the box, we start building. It's a desk, babe. It can't be that hard. Nope. She's like, nope. Step one is we have
Look
to.
Look at the instructions,
Do we need these pieces? Nah, babe. It's good. It's a desk, right? And then, so understanding that sometimes some people, you have people in your life who are good at those things. I'm naturally not organized. She's naturally organized. I'm naturally an entrepreneur. She's naturally a manager, right? Like she manages people for a living. It's who she is. She couldn't do it. She couldn't turn it off if she had to. If she was sitting over there right now, she would be managing me. Sit up straight. Hey, it's just who she is, right? And so surrounding yourself with those type of people helps you pivot faster.
Okay, I want to go into what you've done to stay positive, because there's been a lot you've been able to achieve here as of late, and we're going to do that right after this quick break. Meg the Stallion, Planet Fitness, Good Morning America. Am I missing anything that you have done recently?
I'm sure, but it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I'm not that guy. I got an ego, but it's not that big. Yeah.
I was going to go somewhere, but I got to stop there because I've challenged you on this before. He says he has an ego, but I'm like, no. You've got confidence. Ego's when you come into a room with a puffed out chest and you can't back up anything.
You strike me as confident, and
confidence is the difference.
You're very engaging and welcoming and approachable.
Yes.
That's a big difference.
I appreciate. Well, I'll take it.
Yeah, there's a gray area there that people jump around back and forth on, and I have actually gone to bat for you in this with when you're not in the room.
Yeah,
it's like, no, that's not cocky, that's confidence. The difference is one, he knows who he is. Two, he's kind enough to know how to navigate relationships on that level, and you can back it up. That's a very important
part of it. Yeah.
And then I also know you on the deeper level, so that I know where there's humility.
Yeah.
So those things don't exist. Those things don't exist behind cocky.
Okay.
Just so we're clear.
I'll take it. Yeah.
But that said, freaking Good Morning America. I know this is a dream of yours.
It was, yes.
Talk about it.
It is. Good Morning America was an amazing experience. I got to work with one of my mentors in the business, Dr. Ian Smith, who he called me and was like, "Hey man, I got this spot if you want to come on. I'd love to have you." And I was like, "Man, I'll be there today if I have to." But I think the gift is, like, of course, being on the show was amazing, but it's also like seeing all the moving pieces.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you don't understand how much happens for that show to be on time and for this segment to air when it, like, it's so many different moving pieces. And, New York is a whole nother energy anyway, which I love. Like, I'm a city guy by nature. And so being able to tap into that and actually be able to tap into like something that's that big New York felt different. Like walking out, I thought people were going to see me like, "Hey, Arch." No, it didn't happen, but I felt like you should know who I am. Like, do I need security going back to the hotel? Like, it was.
No, Don't you know I was just on Good Morning America?
You didn't see, you guys were watching, right? Like, no.
I love that feeling, and sometimes I get it from an experience, like where I feel like, oh man, I don't even know where that came from.
Yeah,
whatever just came out of me, and sometimes it's a relationship. Like you come out from a relationship and you feel like, man, I feel like $1 million. Why do I feel so light? Yeah. It's just because somebody saw you.
Yeah.
You were seen in that moment.
It's better. Again, it's better. I love it when I'm alone. It's better when I'm with my wife.
Yeah.
So I can, like, I told you. They know me. They know me. I told you. Like, but so she keeps me humble. That's what she says. She has to keep me humble. So.
I love it. Well, in all of that stuff, we know, and we've talked about the pivot. So we know that the grind is real. We know that that's a thing. We also know that not all days are bright when you get buried in that work, and then you're trying to the struggle of creating distance between your work so that you can live your life and be with your family. How does Gerell stay positive? Because you're the voice of, like, if I was to put a voice, a narrator in my head during every training session, it'd be yours. Man, wow. So how do you, what feeds you? What's your positivity?
Man, I have so many, right? So I always say I start my day with God and trap music. And so that's, yes. I know those are two different veins, but I wake up, I talk to God, and then I turn on something high energy right after that. And so, like, I'm drinking coffee right now, but I always say my first cup belongs to me, right? So I wake up early enough.
I love that.
Right? Yes. So I wake up early enough so I can have my first cup of coffee with no interruptions, right? And so my wife, someone's like, why you wake up at 3:45? Because that's timing enough for me to have a cup of coffee at home, talk to God, get on the road for my first session at 5, right? And I'm willing to take that to get less sleep so that I don't come in to you and I've been up for 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Because your client's going to bring you everything.
Exactly.
You're giving your energy to people all day long. So that is huge. I love that.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna take that.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a big part of it.
Sure.
And then I know this whole podcast has been about my wife, but she's a huge inspiration for me. Her and my daughter. I mean, think about, like, when this guy was 5, it was nothing like coming home and no matter what your day was, and he's just running to you and let me tell you about Steven on the play. You're like, what? Not thinking about, bro, I just had the worst day ever. Right. So, those little things like that. And then, I listen to different people that, encourage me, as well.
I'd like to point out that those two things that you do in the morning, some Jesus time and some trap music, those things are mutually, I mean, Jesus was a gangster.
No, I say it. No one, everyone's like, you can't say it, but he was.
Come on,
Jesus was with it.
It's totally.
He was 100% with it.
Totally in the gray area of the rules.
100%. Yeah, he was a rule breaker.
That's right.
Right. He was like, I came here to break the rules to show you guys that there really aren't any rules.
I ain't afraid of none of y'all.
Yeah, I'm with whatever y'all want to do. I'm with it. You know what I
mean? Nothing more gangster than that. You don't even know. Oh, man. With it, those things they are certainly powerful, and I love that you're bringing your wife up multiple times, because I know that I wouldn't be where I'm at without that better half. Yeah. And good grief, she goes through it being married to me.
Man, same, yeah.
And you talked about we talk a lot about our spouses being pretty much polar opposites of what we are. How does that? You've indicated that is a big strength of your relationship because of the differences between you. Do you think that works?
1,000. I think opposites attract. I think we, like, foundationally we're the same person. We're very similar. Personality wise, how we go through the world, like, we always have this question of, would you rather be rich or would you rather be rich and famous? And I was like, I want to be rich and famous. And she was like, nah, just give me the money, let me disappear. And I was like, but what about when you, like, go to the store? She's like, I don't want anybody to ever know who I am. Like, so we're so different in that. She's an introvert by nature, right? She's cool if you don't talk to her at all. COVID was her best friend. She was like, I don't have to go anywhere. I'm in the house. Like, I was dying on the inside. And she's like, I've been waiting my whole life not to have to talk to people. So we're so different in that area. But again, foundationally, what we believe, like, the vision, like, even when we go look at, like, we like to do, like, the parade of homes, we always land on the same home.
Yeah. Like,
which one's your favorite? 1, 2, 4 was that was my. So it's like we have so many similarities, but we're so opposite at the same time. Well, even our worlds are different.
We talk about, as entrepreneurs, and having that huge drive, having somebody to offset that in a different way. It's not just helpful, it's necessary.
Yeah.
Do you have that experience?
She is my RMO, my risk management officer.
Okay.
And so if I have an idea, like, I'm like, all right, again, let's just go build the table. She's like, step 1, we need to do this. Look, this is how we're gonna get. Hey, no, we just need to get. No, here's how we get to where you want to be, right? And so I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just saying we need to think through all the things first, right? I am a figure it out as you go person. Because that's how I was raised. I was an athlete. We figure it out as on the field as we're going. She literally used to go to business camp. They would do mock businesses, right? And so she is strategy. She is organization. She is compliance.
Yes.
She is, hey, get a quick text. Hey, you need to take that post down. I don't love that post. Like,
she's a check.
Yeah, so she is so yes, I definitely think, the biggest decision that you make in life, definitely as an entrepreneur, is who you marry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, I feel that.
Yeah.
And God bless our wives and your husband. For the pain that we put them through. Because it is a lot.
Yeah.
We don't move at a normal pace. We don't typically wait for answers. We take initiative, even if that initiative turns around and smacks us in the face.
Yep. It's ups and downs.
We'd rather know and then sit and wait.
Yep.
Right? Man. Yeah, it makes me.
It's a lot, yeah.
It makes me feel bad on some levels for my dear sweet.
But here's the thing: when it pays off, it's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Well, and what we are attracted to in our spouses to help balance us out, the flip side is true.
Yeah.
We are that side of them that they're attracted to as well. So we get caught up in feeling bad because we're putting pressure on them and all that. But if you think about that, on the flip side, that's what attracts them to us.
They need a little spice in their life.
That's right.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we're the spice.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Positive perspective.
I'm glad you said that, not me or Terry, because then it's like, actually, they like it. You know what I know?
No one would believe us.
Well,
right.
I was saying that about my husband too, and he might have a different opinion if he was sitting here.
Well, you said that about wanting to be rich or wanting to be rich and famous. Like I am a practiced extrovert. So I identify more with your wife there. Like,
really,
the success for me would be
a
full bank account, and I won't have to check my email, and I don't even carry a phone.
Really,
like that would be my freedom.
Because your assistant's carrying your phone.
What's that?
Your assistant is carrying your phone. Mr. Terry, do you want
to? I would hope that I would never need it. That's my dream. Like, I feel the most relaxed in my life when my phone is plugged in at my desk at home, and my watch is off, and I am away from both things. Like, if I take a walk without being tied to the world as it were, it's peaceful for enough time for me. Yeah,
I don't want to be like Michael Jackson famous, but just enough, to where you know who I am when I walk into a room. In the world of like fame is always going to be there. Yeah, and
some people have to, some people will get that opportunity. In my world, I know I'm gushing on you way too much on this podcast, but I think the world needs famous Gerell.
I think the world does too.
Yeah,
thank you. Yeah. Let's speak it out there.
I'm excited about that.
Rich and famous Gerell. I don't want to just be famous and not have any money. I don't want to be that guy.
Reap the rewards.
I want to be. I want to be.
Don't come at me one-sided with all that junk. No.
Yeah, and a lot of it, honestly, like, it's for my wife.
Yes.
Like, a lot of that is like just so I can like told you.
Right.
Like, cause she believed, right? She rolled the dice with me. So a lot of that is like just me saying, told you.
I told you we were gonna do it.
Yeah, like
how much of that is like
I love that.
And I need your opinion on this, Vanessa, as per usual. But how much of that do you think is just us being dudes? Like that's like that provider part of us.
It's definitely a provider part, but it's also like a stunning part. Like, I want to buy her the house so I can say, thank you for believing in me.
Yeah.
Not just like as a provider, but because any investment should pay off, right? Mm-hmm. And I know that it's been ups and downs.
Sure.
Financially, it's been ups and downs emotionally, like, because she sees the late nights, the early mornings, she sees the stress, she sees all that stuff. So I would love to just say, hey, boom, told you it was going to pay off. Thanks for believing.
Does your wife say what my wife says when I let her know that?
What?
Is like, all I need from you is what I have from you.
Yeah.
And that's just, to me, it's BS.
I don't believe that.
So from a female perspective, and obviously there's lots of layers to this, but from a female perspective, being the personality that you guys are on being an entrepreneur, I don't do that. My motivation does not come from, like, I don't want to be famous. It's not, I don't want any part of that. But I don't. It's not what I do.
You're on the podcast now.
It's more about me proving to myself than for anybody else. I mean, obviously I want my husband to be proud of me and be proud of the, the way he has supported me, but it's not about that. So when your wife actually says, all I need is you, we really mean it.
No, I 1000% believe that. Mm-hmm. As the person that I am, right? I don't want to lose you to get whatever that is. Yeah, I'd rather have this guy right here in the house that we're in versus big house and you change and I think the thing that I love so much, I've told her this too, is that if I fail or if I don't become who I think I'll become, she's gonna remain the same. If I become who I think I'm gonna become, she's gonna remain the same. She's not gonna switch up, right? Good, bad. It's not like, oh, you sold me this dream and now I hate you. Nope.
Right.
This is it. If this is it, where we are right now, I'm cool. I don't need anything else. Right?
Well, and it may have to do with you both, your wives are both your, not your accountability or your check. So maybe it is for you, but that's how that is where your standard is coming in. Yeah. So she's your standard. So instead of I'm trying to provide for you, it's more about if she sees it, then I have done what I set out to do. Does that make sense?
Yes, 1000%. But also it's like, I think she deserves only the best thing in this life.
Yeah.
Right. And she's not that person. She is like, I'll drive a Chevy Malibu into the wheel. I'm like, nah, I think you need a G-Wagon.
That's why she deserves it.
Yeah, that's why so we're so different,
That's why.
Oh, we're going to be talking about this clear into the next segment. We'll
be
right
we have
back
to take a break.
After this break. We're in it deep now because that's some place in my brain that I didn't know that anybody else was even in there. And you summed it up exactly correct. It's the fact that they don't want it.
Yep.
Is why you want to give it to them more.
Yep.
And the more they don't want it,
the more you want to give it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you manage that?
This is probably my wife's biggest fear, is a whole podcast about her. I gotta text her and tell her. I gotta spend 30 minutes of the podcast talking about you today. She's like, what did you say? But no, I mean, again, I think it's just, I've always been, again, a big dreams, I want it all type of guy.
Yeah.
And she has always been like, I'm corporate, give me a good job and a good home and a good family, and I'm good with that. And I was like, yeah, but that ain't enough.
Right.
Right? And she's like, no, it is.
It really is.
Well, I know we've talked about your wife a lot, but it's more revealing of who we are in our character and what, even if you go from football pivot, right, to where you're at now, maybe there's a level of that you didn't really realize was something that let me say this a different way. I know you wanted to be a football player, and by being a competitive individual, you wanted to win, and knowing that by winning would equal fame and fortune.
Yeah.
In that moment, it's like, well, I just got to get there. That's where I want to go because I love the sport. And if I'm going to do it, I might as well be,
be the best at it.
Maybe the best at it.
Yeah.
And yeah, the byproduct of that is wealth. But in that moment, there's not a why to the wealth.
Yeah.
And now there's a purpose.
Well, I had a purpose before. I think it just shifted. Like before it was my mom.
Yeah.
Right. I grew up with a single mom, and everything that I did was for her.
Yeah.
Right. Same thing. Right. I want to be able to provide the life that I felt like she deserves. Yeah. Right. My wife is just now the focus of that energy. So the energy is the same. It's just shifted to a different person.
Your validation.
Yeah.
I just think it's powerful. It's just something that I don't remember thinking truly about in my success. What's the term? My success chasing at a young age, right? Because I wanted to be the famous musician.
Yeah.
Right. And I wanted to build that life for me, and I wasn't thinking about the money or what I would ever do with it. That's kind of my angle with it, and I think the people that connect on both levels.
Yeah, I think you gotta have a why.
Yeah.
To be successful, I think you also have to have a because.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like your why is why you want to do it. The because is the intent behind that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, like, again, my mom was that person, and then my wife became that person, and they're very. I didn't realize this until later, but they're very similar. Right. And how my mom was like, I don't need all that from you. Right. Like, don't do it for me. If you're doing this for me, like, don't do that. Right. But again, to your point, the more you said it, the more I was like, again, I want to show you, like, again, like, I know you worked hard to raise us. So it should be a payoff. That was honestly probably the hardest thing about my mama passing, was that she didn't get to see the finished product.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was the part that I struggled with the most, is like, are you serious, bro? Like, I haven't, like, the biggest thing about GMAs, I couldn't call her. I want, like, literally leaving the studio, I wanted to call my mom.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. So it's those type of situations that, still you try to, balance and manage it, though, the emotional part of it, you know what I mean? That come along with it.
Oh, it's got me.
I got so many thoughts.
No,
go
ahead, please.
Well, I'm just sitting here wondering if it's because I don't have. I mean, I love my husband, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But my motivation is not about proving something to him. Not proving, that sounds like a negative connotation. No. That's not what I'm trying to say. But that's not where my drive comes from at all. So it's very interesting because you two are very similar in the provider, protector, that role, and where that validation comes from. And mine is completely different. And I'm actually sitting here questioning where mine is, because I'm like, okay, so what is my validation, and where does that come from? And it seems like it's more internal, but I have to explore that a little more. But I think
that's not to be very general, but I think that's most women.
Yeah.
I think men think about their why as a, I'm doing this for her, so she doesn't have to. It makes her life easier or whatever. Like, it's this poll that married couples took about their best friend, right? And they asked men who their best friend was. Like 90% of men said it was their wife. Mm-hmm. They asked women, and like 90% said someone else other than their husband.
Okay.
Right? And so I asked my wife, I was like, yo, who's your best friend? She was like, oh, probably my sister. And I was like, oh, wow. She was like, why? And I was like, so I told her, she's like, who is yours? Like, you're my best friend. And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah.
That's so
She's funny. Like, it sounds cool to say, but like married couples say that. She's but if I have to say, like, my best friend, it's probably my sister. And I was like, but that goes back to, like, intent. Like, like when men get married, like, we're like, yo, this is my world. This is it right here. It's my, we usually don't go hang out with the boys as much. It's like everything revolves around you. Where women is like, I still talk to my girls, like, all the time. We have girls' nights. We have all these different things like that.
So maybe it's finding purpose in different things.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it boils down to, is the purpose.
I think it has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just, I think a lot of times women enter into our lives as dudes, as that provider, as that, that we're driven. They enter in, and that gives us purpose, right? Like that gives us direction. That gives us something to fight for. And then we become and it becomes intrinsically embedded in our DNA that person entering our life now means that we can do this thing with our full selves because they see us in the way that our homies don't.
Yeah.
And a lot of that's on us because we don't.
We're just not vulnerable like that. Yeah.
Because we'll get blasted. We're not dumb.
Yeah. Again, I always like we talk about, like, if you needed to cry, you probably have some friends you could call and cry right now. And like, oh, girl, just go grab a bottle of wine. We'll sit down and talk and get it all out. If I called Terry crying, he would probably be like, hey, bro, you good? Like, call me back when you calm down, okay? Like, I'll get you.
Take a couple deep breaths.
This is uncomfortable. I don't know what to do about it.
I don't know what this is a lot of
what to do with you.
Right? So we usually don't have that. So it's usually different. So that's why, like, when we find that place to be vulnerable, like, now that's my place.
Right.
This is so.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Muscle memory. It becomes muscle memory.
Yeah.
You create a neural pathway to your safe zone, and it just happens to
happen to be my wife,
and you put a ring on
whoever,
it. Yeah. Now, I think it's healthy. I think it's healthy codependence.
100%.
What I think it is.
Yeah.
I know that term gets misused and drugged through the mud, but I think in marriage there is a healthy version of that that I know I need.
Yeah, 1,000%.
So. We're running down here on the clock, Gerell. I want you to give everybody all the details of how they can get a hold of the app, maybe train with you, or even just follow you on social media. So
on all social media, I am at the Gerell Webb, TheGerellWebb. The G Series app is the name of my app. You can find that at the G Series Fit.com. If you're watching this, I'll even give you a free 7 days, right? Free week of training, so you can go in and check it out.
Let's go.
Boom.
Explore all the things, get a couple workouts so we can kind of vibe together before you press purchase. So those are the two main ones. Other than that, just keep up with me on social.
Well, we know I know you do a fair amount of public speaking and motivating. You got anything on the horizon that people can check out?
I don't have anything right now, but I'm pretty sure the top of 2026 will be. 2026 will be. Like, what year is it again? Will be full of all of those things. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Yeah, that first quarter gets pretty busy for me.
I know. I've seen it. Well, keep us in the loop, guys. If you want to check out all that Gerell's speaking about right now, you can check the show notes below, and you can get a hold of that. And if you're listening to this on the radio, I hope you had a pen and pad, and you can put all that stuff down. Yeah. Or you can go and find us on NashvilleFitMagazine.com and look up the podcast there, or check out our app, which has the extended cuts of some of these podcasts. What's a mouthful?
It was.
You
did it.
Well, I hate when the show comes to an end, and I've got so many other questions, but Gerell, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's always an absolute pleasure getting to hang with you. Man,
I appreciate the time. This is a good time, man. Yeah, I do it more often.
It's always good for me, and I bro out, like I bro crush on people, and it's hilarious. So, guys, if you found this podcast at all useful, we ask that you like and subscribe and share it with your friends. On behalf of Roy Mangrum, who couldn't be here today, Vanessa Hampton, myself, Ezra behind the camera here, spread the positive in Nashville Fit Magazine. We thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.